Okay, so I went to see Pacific Rim a couple days ago, and I wanted to do an episode kind of like what I did with the Avengers, where I just kind of act like I'm gonna start playing, and then I'm telling no, no, go see it. I'm gonna stop the video so you guys can see it. Um, Except I've already done that with the Avengers, so I don't want to feel like I'm being too repetitive. But seriously, go watch Pacific Rim. It's like one of the best movies out there right now. Hello and welcome everybody. This is Joseph Learbach. You're just in time for more Alice Madness Returns. In the last episode, we made our way up the mountain and made our way into a monastery. I think is that what they call it? A monk? Oh, a, I think it's from a Tibetan temple. That sounds familiar. Like where Tibetan monks stay. Is it called a monastery? I don't know. And something tells me that we've done this already. I can't remember. It's been a couple days, and you know my memory. Ah, and I fell. Oh, it's something we've done recently. Actually, I think we have done this recently. Uh, well, we have. I'll look through my old videos and see if we have. And I guess if we have, I'll cut at this point and start where the last cut was. But if anything, we shouldn't be too far. Whoa, that was actually kind of cool. I was trying to jump there and it wouldn't let me. I'm gonna see if I can jump over the what you call it, the ramp. Oh, I guess you can only jump when we're off it. We do one of our. No, it's a primary jump. Huh. No, this looks different. So maybe just go through slides twice. Yeah, this all. I don't remember any of this right now. And of course, everyone knows how bad my memory is. But I'm fairly certain we didn't do this, so I don't think I have to cut. Yeah, because like almost none of this looks familiar. Or feels familiar for that matter. I mean, I recognize like the symbols and the vases, but yeah. You know, it's weird how memories work. Of course, we got a. Oh, the camera just like shifted there for a second. Come on. Okay. There. It wasn't letting me push it for a minute there. I don't know why. Okay, so looks like we gotta go up here. But yeah, as I said at the beginning of the video, I went to see Pacific Rim about half a week ago. About half a week ago. Which by the time this video goes up, maybe. No, it's still gonna be technically half a week. It'll be like the next day. I went to see it Saturday, and today's Wednesday. So by the time this particular episode will go up, it'll probably be no later than Thursday. Yeah. I plan on doing a vlog with it, like I've been doing with, like I did with Man of Steel and, Star Trek. There. I can't remember if I did Star Trek or if I did Iron Man 3, and I should know by now, I haven't done Iron Man 3 yet. I've been meaning to. I mean, it's a good movie, but I just keep. I don't know if there's not a whole lot to talk about with Iron Man 3, or if I feel like there's a whole lot to talk about. But like, that's kind of the thing about Pacific Rim. I'm not going to give anything away right now because, like I said, I plan on making it its own video eventually. Just need to find the time to do that. And technically right now I have the time to do it. I just haven't done a Let's Play in forever, so I want to do that. I've been looking at a lot of reviews, and most people seem to like it. Most people seem to have the same I guess you could say nitpicks about it. And I will say I have to agree, but I think I have to agree for the most part. Though I don't think it's as bad as people like the. A lot of the big thing about it is that the characters are very stereotypical, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing that characters fall into certain stereotypes. It helps us connect with them better, I think. To a degree, I mean, one reviewer I saw was comparing a lot of this to, like, Top Gun, like, I guess giving them nicknames from Top Gun or something like that. And I never saw Top Gun, so honestly, I don't know who Iceman is, or Maverick, I think was the other name they were using. Like, I get the comparison, but I never saw Top Gun. It's like before my time. I was like a child. Oh, you gotta wait for the head to pop out. And it's not gonna kill it. That one. Yeah, and I know it's kind of bizarre to hear me say this, but I have no interest in seeing Top Gun. It's not that I don't hate it. It's not that I hate it or anything. It's just I just don't have the interest. It's like one of those, like, it's been around so long. It's like, maybe if I see it on HBO or something, I'll watch it and just, like, check it out to see what all the quote-unquote hype is. But you know what? I've seen Hot Shots. I've seen the parody version of it. So yeah, I know that Hot Shots is there's more to it than just the Hot Shot movie. I've rode the Top Gun ride after it was renamed. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, close to where I live, actually not close to where I live, about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. I live about 2 hours away from Carowinds, which is this, for those of you who don't know, it's like one of the largest theme parks in the southwest area, I think. It used to be owned by Paramount, but now it's owned by, I think, Viacom, I think. I'm not sure. And when it was owned by Paramount, they used to have a lot of its rides were themed after movies owned by Paramount. There's one ride called The Borg. I'm sure, or The Borg Simulator. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about that. If you haven't, then what's wrong with you? I guess maybe if you haven't lived in the area, but it's basically like, you know how most roller coasters you sit down in, well, in this one you lay down in. They strap you up and you're laying down the whole time. It's really a much different experience. You sit there and say, you're probably sitting there and thinking, well, how's that a different experience from just sitting down? It's really a completely different feel to, like, your whole body just feels like it's going through a completely different set of motions, even though it's going through, like, the standard loop-to-loops and everything. Top Gun, actually, I should probably explain, like, if you plan on going to Carowinds and you've never been there before, I should go ahead and tell you that they renamed almost all their rides. Excuse me. Like, the Borg Simulator is no longer called the Borg Simulator. It's called Nighthawk. I don't know why they couldn't just rename it to a simulator, but anyway, going back when Top Gun, which is now called Afterburn, is like you stand up while you're riding. You're on this seat that really is the most uncomfortable seat in the world. Like you're standing up and you're just barely sitting down, and it's just really, it feels uncomfortable the entire time while riding, especially if you're a guy like me. I don't know about girls. I'm not as familiar with that anatomy as I'd like to be. In other words, ladies, I'm single. Yeah, there are no girls that watch this show. Um, but like I said, it's really uncomfortable. You should, if you go to Carowinds, you gotta ride Afterburner at least once, just to see what it's like. And it's because like it's a stand-up ride, and all that ooze coming out of the trees. Yeah, it's kind of disturbing. So, I have to jump over a tiny little crack. And so yeah, I remember what I was talking Afterburn, right? And most of the other rides there are kind of
will complete the path, but this substance has blocked the way.
all the other rides are kind of standard fare rides.
I believe I've got the proper tool.
Theme park rides, I should
At
say.
the top of the mountain, you will find the entrance to the next sacred cave.
I think when they mention the sacred caves here, they're talking about the little 2D sections. Right here, am I gonna have to? Yep, I'm going to have to dig my controller out of the rubble. The rubble that is my room. Kind of not my room, that's my desk. My room is a different story altogether. Oh, right there, go. Okay. And the hell? I thought I was supposed to deflect. Okay, go ahead and fire balls at me. But I kind of realized how wrong that sounds. Okay. And, so anyway, going back to the whole rides with Carowinds, most of the other rides are kind of standard theme park rides. Though I'd say they're all worth riding. I mean, you got, well, it used to be called Drop Zone, but now it's Drop Tower. It's basically like this huge tower you like strapped on like you're going on a swing ride, and it lifts you up and then drops you. I don't know why they changed it to Drop Tower instead of Drop Zone. And I guess they're trying to avoid copyright. For whatever reason. I think it was named after a movie called Drop Zone. Like it came out, like the ride came out the same year, and it was Paramount's. But in all honesty, I don't think Drop Zone is a. I don't know what the movie Drop Zone is about. So maybe it's just, maybe it's about a ride that's exactly like Drop Tower. So maybe that's what it's about. I don't know. Another ride it's probably famous for is the Hurler, which was I guess based off of Wayne's World. I remember it being kind of big into that. Just gonna avoid these guys. They're not. Oh, I was gonna say they're not worth it, and then I get hit. There we go. Hop down. And they really need a better targeting system in this game. Oh, and there's 3 of them now. And I knocked down the wrong one. Actually, probably the most iconic ride to Carowinds, though, is the Thunder Road, which I think has been closed for the past 5 years. They've been working on it. I mean, I remember I went there Battle Week. about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago exactly. And those they were working on it. It was like under construction. I think the last time I went there was like a couple years ago. It was under construction. Like it's one of 3 wooden roller coasters that's in Carowinds. I think they're one of the first ones too. Not sure Thunder Road was the first one, but I think it was at the very least like one of the first. Obviously, I mean there's 3 out of 7, like 17 rides. So if it's one, it's probably one of the oldest. Are these things not gonna go away? They're not leaving. I'm getting some serious deja vu right now with these. I don't think that they... Oh, no. No. Damn it. I don't think these stop spawning. Damn it. I don't work with a camera this sensitive. It's not an easy thing. Okay, and pop up. The chain, and hopefully we're done with those guys. They hit me in mid-animation, causing no damage. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That would suck if this is one of those poorly programmed games where if something hit you in mid-animation, you took damage, and then it killed you in mid-animation. I know there's a lot of people probably wondering how that's a sign of poor programming. Well, because it's a cheap move. If you type into YouTube artificial difficulty, you'll find like plenty of videos. I'm certain plenty of videos. I know there's at least 2 that exist that talk about artificial difficulty, and I think both those videos I've seen actually talk about stuff like that. And I think I mentioned artificial difficulty before in another video. But I guess just in case for those of you who don't watch my videos in order, which if you're watching this before watching that part, why are you watching this out of order? I'm certainly not watching this for a guide. This is like a terrible guide. I guess it could be worse. I guess there could be worse ones out there. Yeah, screw it. There's no sense in fighting those guys. But anyway, like artificial difficulty is basically taking stuff out of the player's control, or putting unfair advantages to the computer or the game world itself. Enemies not following the rules of the game world itself, or the perceived rules of the world. Like say you have a certain enemy that does this, and you know, okay, it does that. Ouch. No, kill the grasshopper. Kill the paper grasshopper. I don't care about him anymore. I don't even know why we're saving that guy. And then like they're set, like enemies set to do certain things, and suddenly these very same enemies like change up how they play. And there's a lot of games that do that. A lot of legitimate games that do that. It doesn't mean that it's fair. It just means that these games can get away with it, while more poorly programmed games or more terrible games can't. I'm going to do another slide sequence. Lepidotorta. There's a bunch of others that go into artificial difficulty, but one of them happens to be,
The grateful most often confer benefit to the source of their gratitude.
Wow. That must mean that there were... Oh, there he is. See what else he has to say.
Freedom is so precious to some that they pay for it with their lives.
taken away about when was the Revolutionary War? About 200-300 years ago. And for those, and I'm talking about the American Revolution. I don't know about other countries, but those of you Americans out there thinking that we still have freedom, keep in mind that the NSA has been spying on us recently. That kind of whole thing was a big debacle. But anyway, enough about politics. That's all I really feel about going into that sounds a little too political, but that's in the next episode, we'll be heading down this way and trying to continue our way towards the Caterpillar, which I believe, yeah, we still got a ways to go. Hopefully we should be able to get that in the next episode, though. I think this whole chapter revolves around getting to the Caterpillar. I don't really know what else we can do after that. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys later.